G'day YouTube. I just got this in the post today. It's an Osaki Electric Co. Limited type TY-11A time switch, property of the State Electricity Commission of Victoria, produced by Flanders and Guy, Australia. It's 240 volt, 50 Hz, one pole at 30 amps, and paid $5 for it. Typical Australia Post. The terminal cover is cracked to about, it's cracked into that crescent shape. I think I'm not sure what that's made of, but yeah, say it's probably plastic. Feels like plastic. The body of the meter, I'm pretty sure, would be Bakelite. Not sure, but that'll glue up nicely. So, kind of odd, because if you look at the dial and the scale, it looks like it goes backwards almost. How weird is that? Well, if you look at the arrow that's showing the rotation, it looks like it goes backwards, but it can't go backwards. That'd be silly. So I'll open it up and have a closer look. Still got the seal on the top of the case, so it's never been touched. The last time it had anything done to it was 1984. So not sure how old the meter is, but the time switch is, but obviously fairly old. It also seems to have two spare switch lugs, I guess you'd call them, in the corner. So you can obviously have it switch 2 time periods. Just wired this time switch up. I'm pretty sure I got the phase order correct, and phase line in, and then phase line return, I guess, neutral, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, let's see what, if anything, this does. It may just simply go bang. Going bang's doing something, so no, there you go, it's doing something. And I believe the way these things work is that normally they're powered by the little synchro motor, which is going around. I'm going to hold this camera still. That's the little wheel on the left of the frame. So it's, if the camera decides to focus. And to correct my earlier video, the reason why the arrow points that way is because that whole disc moves around. It's the first time switch I've ever had, so I believe that dial there probably does minutes. I'm not going to touch it because this thing's not earthed. Thought it did seconds, but it does minutes, I think. I'm pretty sure. It's not going around quick enough. So, and when the power goes out, it's got an escapement down there. You can see. If I can zoom in, probably not. There you go. Got that escapement there, and that takes over. I wouldn't have enough power in that spring yet, I don't think. No, it may not take over anyway, because it's it might need pulling apart and lubricating, which is not really very surprising, because if you reference the front cover, it says 1984, so that could have been when it was calibrated last. I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, it appears you can wind up the mainspring anyway, so I'll have a shot at doing that. What do you know, I turned out to be correct. That screw in the centre of the frame where it says wind, winds up the main spring. It's now ticking away. Probably nothing that even needs doing to it. I mean, to be truthful, I guess one could argue that the best course of action would be to pull the screw there and there out, and there's nothing holding the top in, it just sits behind the, well, there is something holding it in, that bracket there up the top. best thing to do would be to get some synthetic clock oil and just oil everything, but I'm not going to do that. It ticks away quite happily enough. And it's a very well made time switch. It's got the adjustment to correct for it being slow or fast. I mean, obviously it's not very safe the way it's wired up, because I'm not going near it. It's okay. If you're going to do this shit, the drum's kind of been beaten to death, but you know, a little bit of safety never goes astray. You know, the tug test before you power it up, make sure there's no, you know, loose connections. I snipped the earth on this bit of cable. You can see the earth just sort of in the middle of that frame. I'm not going to go near it with my finger. The earth isn't needed. These things aren't earthed, so therefore I can't connect it. Therefore, the best thing to do is to chop the earth through, and so it can't short to anything. They're a little bit easier to wire up than electricity meters. Yeah, I'm missing a terminal screw. It shouldn't be hard to replace. It's only in the switched side, so see, they're quite small holes, so I can get a fairly satisfactory connection. But what I really need is, you know, a much heavier, you know, piece of flex to connect up to it. So there you go. It's the time switch working, and it is definitely tracking forward. Thanks for watching, everyone.